This is the Aries New Moon Resonance Astrology Ritual Ceremony, releasing stress and returning to your own energy. So enter the breath and begin the spiral. As we listen now, this is for activations and new beginnings. So just arrive and do nothing yet. As we bathe ourselves in a frequency. This is the moment that changed something. This isn't just a video. This is a moment that has already changed something. During a live ritual, three people came together and something shifted in them, in the space and beyond it. And even if you weren't there, you can still feel it. This isn't about belief. It's about experience. I'm going to guide you through three things. Number one, first, a simple breath to help you settle your system. Number two, then we'll move into the astrology and the archetypes of this Aries new moon. And number three, at the end, I will show you how to actually work with this energy to reduce stress and move forward clearly. So stay with me. Now, let yourself enter. Enter this. I enter the spiral of breath where stillness becomes form and form returns to light. This phrase is designed specifically to activate the breath spiral by acknowledging the three phases of stillness and form and light. I enter the spiral of breath where stillness becomes form and form returns to light. I had a vision, this Aries image that you see. This is the invocation of the breath of the codex. I stand beneath the darkened sky where stars whisper the first breath of the holy monad. Aries, I see you. You who rise not as constellation, but as living archetype cloaked in the starlight and holding the spiral scroll of breath. In your hands is the codex of the monad, the infinite divine creator, that which is all that is, not written but sung, not read but breathed. I call forth the golden spiral, this breath that remembers itself. I open my field to receive the tone that awakens the earth. Through this breath, I ignite the spiral. Through this spiral, I return the breath. And through this return, the infinite divine, the monad, remembers form. I am the breath. I am the spiral. I am the stillness made motion. As we gaze upon this, those of you who see this image, if you don't see this image and need the images, then contact me, email me. In the description, you will see contact information, and I shall send you the images of these great and mighty archetypes. Aries emerging from the dark sky, the symbol which is the birth from the void, the monad's breath, first breath into form. Aries is monad, right? Source, God, that which is, all that is, goddess, however you call the infinite divine being. The monad's first breath into form. Aries is not just a sign. It is the archetype of emergence, the spark that ignites the spiral of creation. This golden spiral, the scroll that you see that Aries holds, This is the breath codex, the blueprint. The scroll is not written, it is breathed. It represents the monad's memory, encoded in spiral geometry. Golden because it reflects the solar tone of divine will. The cloak of starlight, cosmic lineage, meaning Aries is not a warrior of earth, but a messenger of the stars. The cloak signifies that the breath being delivered is not local, it is galactic in origin. Eyes of flame, this is activation. The eyes ignite what they see. This is the breath of awareness, the moment when infinite divine monad, Holy One, recognizes itself in form, in you. Hooves on a spiral path, grounded motion. This is the spiral path under Aries hooves, shows that this is not random. Movement, this is the breath of guided geometry. It is not the random movement. Each step is a phase of the spiral. The dark sky is the womb of the monad, the infinite, feminine divine, the womb of monad, of all that is. The divine feminine, the divine masculine, meaning the void is not absence. It is potential, just like in a woman. Though in the womb it is dark, is the void in the womb is not absence. It is potential. This is where life is created. Aries emerges from it, not to escape, but to activate it. Beautiful. This is the breath sequence. Now, this is for you to do on your own. I will not guide you through it as you see it here. We will do this together. So this is the breath sequence. Before we go further, I want to give you something that you can use right now, and this is it. This breath sequence will change your presence, your being. It will change how you feel. You will feel the stillness. So here we go. This is an inhale for 3 counts. You hold for 6 counts. Then you exhale for 9 counts. And we will repeat this 3 times. So here we go. Let's do this now. Breathing in. Sense this, what has changed within. The feeling of your body has changed as a result of that. You've changed. You are not the same person that arrived in this ritual a moment ago before that breath sequence. You can do that anytime you want. 3, 6, 9, 3 times. That is what I've given you. Let us look here as our ritual intention is. Now that your system is more settled in resonance, we can begin to work with this intentionally. Our intention is to anchor the breath spiral of the Aries New Moon into the planetary field, activating the next phase of codex, of the blueprint, resonance. This intention is not personal. It is planetary. It aligns with the role of the breath spiral as a stabilizing force of the Earth's energetic field. Write this down, this intention, and place it before you or under a candle. Our codex resonance in the intention, it means it is when your inner energy matches the natural patterns of the universe. It's like tuning a radio. When you're on the right frequency, everything feels clear and connected. You hate the static, right? No one likes static. I don't know if we get much static nowadays, but heck, it used to be there was a lot of static in radios. But why this matters? Because you resonate with all that is, the codex. You are not just living, you are aligning with this deeper rhythm of life. That's what the codex is. So breathe through this. This is our theme today, this beautiful image. These images come through as I create the ritual, and then I have them made. And sigils, images, they hold frequency, they hold meaning, they hold the symbolism, holds the intention or theme or that which is working through this moon. So this theme, this is the core energy that we're working with in this moon. I activate my life by aligning with this rhythm. This is initiation through breath. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, representing initiation and action and new beginnings. This ritual marks the initiation of the breath spiral into the planetary grid, beginning a new cycle of activation, of planetary blueprint activation. This codex activation in this theme is when that resonance starts to change the world, change you and the world around you. It's like turning on a light switch. Click. Once you've tuned in, things start to happen. Ideas, feelings, events align. Don't we like that? Why? It matters to us. This activation means that you're not just feeling the rhythm, you're becoming a part of it. You start to create with it. This is what we want. This is what this resonance astrology and resonance astrology is, creating with those energies. The triangle here that you see with the rays of light emerging from this codex blueprint resonance. That Fibonacci spiral is growth and expansion of activation. That's you. Growth and expansion. Look, we're never the same. People like to think that they're the same. I've met people that have said, "Oh, I'm the same as I was when I was in high school." And I'm like, Eeks, what? No, that can't be true. It can't be true. You would have to keep repeating things that you used to do, but you change all the time. We never stay where we are. We always expand, but we can loop back. And like I like being this way. I'm used to it. But really, you become somebody else. So don't loop back. Allow yourself to become all that you are. The hexagons that you see here, it makes me think of the bees honeycomb. This is stability and structure. This is what this theme of this moon brings to us: stability and structure. That central dot is the observer as the initiator of activation. You are the observer, right? That which is observed becomes, unless it is observed, it cannot become at all. All right. So here we go. This is our opening blessing for this ritual. May the breaths of the holy monad spiral, that which is all infinite divine creator, spiral through me, move through me, anchoring stillness and form and light into the earth. May this breath be a blessing to all beings. So it is. This blessing acknowledges the breath as a gift of the infinite divine, the monad, and offers it back to the earth as a stabilizing force. We see here the astrology and the archetypes that came through for this time frame, right? The skies above us, where the astrological signs are, where the planets are. Now we are moving into the astrology. This is where things really start to make sense. Here we have the Aries New Moon sigil. This is what the image, the symbol, the sigil, the glyph that came through for this moon. As we look and gaze upon it, there's the power of this activation. The spiral of alignment. This is breath alignment and codex resonance. So we've got alignment and resonance, breath in the infinite blueprint. The concentric circles you see, this is harmonic tuning with the universal rhythm. The circle you see, the unity and wholeness, never ending. That vertical line is grounding the resonance into the earth. I am the first breath of the spiral. I ignite the field with stillness made motion. Through me, the monad, source, remembers form. Speak this phrase. This is your power. The Aries New Moon is the first breath of this zodiacal year, a moment of initiation and ignition. In the terms or codex terms, right? All that is a history, even though it is not written in a book, it is written in the stars. It is the activation of the breath spiral at the planetary level of initiation and ignition. This new moon is not just a beginning, it's the beginning of beginnings, where the breath field first enters form. It's like you when you're born, right? Our whole life is one breath. It's an inhale at birth, right? You breathe in and then cry. what an abrupt experience. But that breath, that's an inhale at the beginning of birth. But when you die, your whole life is a breath. And when you die, that exhale at death, that rattle in the chest. I've heard it before, the death rattle. I've watched my father die with all family around him. He took his last breath. No one noticed. I was right there by his face. I heard the rattle in his chest. I felt and heard his last exhale, and it was long. It wasn't like, it was long. All the air left his body. The breath of his soul left his body. And I saw him not in his body, but above. The whole time before he died, I saw him above his body, speaking to someone, I don't know who. His oversoul, his higher self, or maybe a guide, or maybe the monads, the infinite divine creator, God, Goddess, whoever you say, source. And we live our whole life as one breath. That breath is your signature. Breath becomes form, and you are born in this body, and maybe many bodies in lifetimes. Who knows how many you've had? Many existences. But your breath signature is unique to you. No one knows it. No one has it. No one can. And how are you identified by that which cannot see form, but by your breath signature, by the essence of it? Yes. So the tone of this moon is bold and direct and uncompromising. It carries the energy of pure will, but not egoic will. The monad aligned will, source aligned will, oversoul, your higher self, infinite divine aligned will. This we want because, well, life is a lot easier when we're in alignment with this. Our purpose, right? Our mission, why we're here. It is the breath of the monad, source, entering the spiral for the first time in this cycle, this moon. The element is fire, but not combustion. This is ignition through breath. The stillness becoming motion. The initiation, the breath spiral, is that breath that you took, 369. Right? 369, did it 3 times? Remember that. The role of this planetary role is to awaken dormant breath fields across the grid of Earth. This moon is asking you to breathe with intention, not reaction. I was in a store the other day. I heard someone talking to somebody on the phone or to their friend, talking about an experience they had with somebody, how someone did something and they reacted, and then they were casting blame upon the person. Well, you made me do this. But the truth is, it is a reaction to your breath, to who you are, what came from inside. So this one asks you to breathe from intention and not reaction. Try it sometime. It asks you to speak only what moves forward, spirals forward, right? Not what loops back. Like that person who says they're same they were as they were in high school. It's like that's looping back, and not really in a good way. Accept who you become. Claim it. Be it. Step forward boldly. It asks you to anchor the breath of this source, this monad, your monad, into the earth's field. That's how important you are. This is your contribution. You may already feel this. The phrase for this moon is, I am the first breath of the spiral. I ignite the field with stillness made motion. Through me, through you, your source, the monad, remembers form. Let's embody this sigil. Make it real in our body. Feel it. It's actuality. So you can sit or stand wherever. You might just be listening to this and driving in the car. Who knows what? But you can sit. Face east, the direction of the rising breath. I'm facing east. East is where I'm facing. This is my desk in my office. It's east, that way. As you see this Aries sigil in front of you, or visualize this spiral in your mind, you might light a single candle. It can be white or red. If you wish, you can play a hertz frequency of 432, or just take a drum. In the temple, goddess temple, we did a lot of drumming. So let's inhale again, and let's do this. And repeat this 9 times. And this is the breath inhale of the 3-6-9, but now we want you to do it 9 times. And your final exhale, I want you to whisper, I breathe source into form. I breathe God, goddess into form. I breathe all that is into form. Do this now. Let's go. Breathing in. I breathe the monad, source, all that is, the great I am, into form. With your right hand, you might trace the spiral on this image, the sigil before you, or in the air. and say, this is the breath of the monad. This is the breath of source. This is the spiral of my becoming. This is the codex of my breath, the blueprint, the pattern of your breath. You can sit or stand with your feet shoulder length apart. Relax with your left hand over your heart and your right hand over your belly, your solar plexus. Close your eyes if you can and visualize this golden ram holding the spiral scroll. Feel the breath moving from your heart to your solar plexus in a spiraling motion and speak. I am the breath that begins. I am the spiral that ignites. I am the monad in motion. Placing both hands now face, you can touch the earth, the floor, or you can just place your hand so it's facing palms down. Breathe deeply in. Feel the breath spiraling, grounding into the earth through your palms. And whisper, the breath is anchored. The spiral is alive. It's a closing gesture. You may want to blow your candle out, but we're continuing this ritual, so you don't have to blow it out. But you bow your head slightly and you say, the breath has begun. The spiral will continue. It is so. Here we go again with the core astrology of this Aries new moon. The sun and the moon are conjunct in Aries. Yes, at 16 degrees. This is the archetype of the initiator, the pioneer, the breath of source, the monad. This is the first breath of the zodiacal year, as we spoke of. It is a time to ignite new cycles for yourself. Launch bold intentions and embody the monad's will. Your source, your oversoul, your higher self will into form, or God as you wish. Some people think that, they say God's will be done. Well, however you say it, could be goddess's will be done. Whatever you say. Mercury is conjuncting the new moon, 15 degrees of Aries. This is the breath of the monad, is not just felt, but spoken. This conjunction empowers declarations and invocations and codex-based speech acts, blueprint, pattern-based speech acts. It is a time when words carry spiral force. This is true. Mars, the ruler of Aries in Leo, 11 degrees of Leo. This is trining the new moon. This is the relationship to all of these trine, conjunct. It's like I like to think of it as we're going to a party. And the party is the new moon party. And here comes Aries. Here comes Leo. Here comes the breath of the monad. Here comes the initiator, the messenger, all of these archetypes. So here we go. They come into their little conversations, right? At the party. The three of them trining the new moon, right? Mars in Leo. The breath is not initiated, it is embodied with courage and heart. Leo, the lion-hearted, right? Mars in Leo supports the bold expression of your divine will, of infinite divine creator's will for you. What you set forth when you said, oh, I'm going to do this, when I go and embody this physical expression, whatever your name is, right? This is the bold expression of your spiral, your divine spiral, your life. A spiral is your life, the breath, right? Through creative action. And Saturn, here's another one coming into the party, Saturn in Sagittarius. 7 degrees of Sagittarius, again, trining Mars. So he's going to go over there and he's going to talk to Mars, talking to the moon, talking to Leo. This provides structural support to your breath activation. We need structure. Sagittarius provides it. Look, you're going to create something. You need a plan. You need a pattern. You need a blueprint. Write it out. Saturn in Sagittarius asks, is your breath aligned with your truth? It stabilizes the spiral so that it can expand without distortion. Distortion is when something is corrupted. That's a distortion. So if you're not living and speaking, expressing your truth, you are living and expressing a distortion, right? This is something that's corrupt. Now, is there a fault to that, Hector? Is there judgment to that? Oh, God. God, no. No judgments. This is just an identification so that you can then align yourself with your truth. So you can live your life in alignment, fulfilling that what you came here to do. Yeah, we all want to do that. It feels better that way. So Venus and Taurus here coming to the party. She's 22 degrees of Taurus. This is sextiling Neptune and Pisces. There's some more interventions, right? More conversations. Neptune and Pisces. This aspect softens the field, allowing the breath to be received. See the spiral of the weaver? That's Venus down there. This is allowing the breath to be received with grace and beauty. It invites the spiral to land in your body, not just your mind. In the temple, we always spoke of the divinity is beauty. It is grace. And in order for something to become real, we must embody it. That's why we did the embodiment practice for the sigil of Aries, to embody this energy into our bodies, to be real in this earth, to ground it. So Pluto in Aquarius, he's coming to the party. 0 degrees of Aquarius, squaring the node that's past and future. This is a breath of transformation. Pluto demands that what is initiated now must be aligned with a collective evolution and not just personal ego. Hey, look, you're not here just for yourself. You live your life. Your breath is a contribution to the collective consciousness of humanity and the evolution of this collective consciousness. It's not just about you, even if you think it is. Hey, so the themes we have there is Aries is the breath of the monad, infinite divine creator, source, God, goddess, the spark of life, the first spiral, the first beginning of descent down into your body, into this earth, living it physically. Leo is Mars, the heart of the spiral, the courage to express the breath, your truth. Sagittarius and Saturn, this is the truth path of the spiral, of your journey, the path, the breath as a journey. And Taurus, Venus, this is the grounding of the spiral, the breath as beauty and art. And feel what you're feeling in your body, that sensualness. Aquarius and Pluto, this is the breath of transformation. Can't get away from it. The spiral as collective awakening. Hey, we can't get away from the archetypes, can't get away from the heavens above us, that which we were born underneath, the stars, and the planets, and the signs. Whether you acknowledge it or not, you're still affected by it. Powerfully. Resistance. What do they say in Star Trek? The Borg say resistance is futile. It is. It's futile because it just makes life uncomfortable, unhappy. Surrender. Allow yourself to be who you came here to be, living your truth. So these aspects relate to each other, like in the party. Say, new moon comes into Mercury, breath becomes word, the spoken word. Mars trining Saturn, courage is stabilized through truth. Venus and sextiling Neptune, beauty softens the spiral's landing. Look how pretty that picture is down in that image. Pluto squares the nodes, past and present. right? Both of them, the breath must evolve the field, not just repeat the past. Heck, do you want to repeat the past, especially if you don't like it? No. So stop that spiral. Stop it. Notice where this lands in your body. Where are you feeling this in your body now? This is the breath of the monad source, the sun and the new moon. Look at how pretty that is with the ram Aries there with the scroll, the sun and the moon and the stars. Gorgeous. The breath of the monad, archetype, source. God, Goddess, infinite divine, the I am. Initiator of the spiral, the first breath of creation. The symbol we see here is the golden ram. This is the source's monad's first breath into form. Aries is a spark that ignites the spiral of creation. That scroll of light that you see, this is the breath codex. What is written, the blueprint, the pattern, memory encoded in spiral geometry, accessible for all of us. The starlit darkness there is the womb of Goddess, infinite source, the monad, potential, not absence. Look, monad is divine masculine and divine feminine together. Like we are. We may present as female or male or other, whatever it is that you do, but inside we hold all of these energies, all of it, fully infinite feminine, fully infinite masculine. So that's the unity. All right, so here we have the spiral messenger. This is Mercury conjuncting the moon, the archetype, the messenger. See, you see the wings and even the wings on the helmet and the scroll writing. This is a voice of source, the carrier of the codex breath, the voice of the monad, all that is infinite divine, carrier of this codex breath, the winged scribe. Writing meanings, the voice of the monad carrier of this breath, the quill of spiral flame. See the flame off that quill? If you can't see, if this is just a podcast for you and you're just listening to it, contact me and we'll send you these images. They're gorgeous. Words that ignite spirals. Words are just like this. You speak them into being. They are written in flame. In the what the infinite, the heavens, all that is. Breath becomes word. Word becomes form. Didn't they say logos? Right? Word. They call God logos. It's true. Here we have, this is our lion-hearted Mars in Leo, trining the new moon. Very powerful. The heart warrior. Embodiment of courage and spiral action. The action of your journey. The lion-hearted warrior. Courage is to embody the spiral. I look at people, I was thinking about as I pass by some of the street corners and I see people at, the homeless, and I think what courage for them to come into this state. They may not have wanted, but possibly their soul had something to learn from it. Maybe coming out of it. How can source know what the opposite of abundance is by not experiencing lack? Two sides of the coin, it cannot be. So that's what courage, I was just thinking about courage in that sense. Courage. We are courageous, and we don't have to be homeless to be courageous in our lives, in our souls, what the lives and the journey that we're living. We are all courageous to embody this journey, this spiral, this breath spiral that you are living. I acknowledge you. I acknowledge you. You are courageous. I am courageous. This is the spiral path of fire. You see that there and underneath his feet? Fire, the breath guided action. Fire, look, what did they say? Put the fire to his feet. They say that means like action, make it happen, get him moving, right? That's what that means. The glowing heart. This is source's will expressed through love. You expressed through love in you. We have here the spiral architect. This is Saturn in Sagittarius trining Mars. Stabilizer of truth and guardian of breath, integrity. Integrity, right? Integrity is like clarity, truth, originality, authenticity. Are you living your truth? This is the ancient sage we see here. The stabilizer of truth, the guardian of breath integrity. Sometimes we may need to call upon this archetype because maybe you haven't been able to speak your truth for whatever reason. You wanted to. Maybe you have what do they say? Bit your lip so you didn't speak. Put your hand over your mouth. Call upon this spiral architect, the sage, to help you to speak your truth and in integrity and authenticity. He's a guardian of this your breath integrity. Carrying the staff of this spiral geometry, that which is your journey, all life. Breath is structure. When you build a house, you have to have a structure. When you build your life, you need a structure. You want something to happen, you need a structure. Breath as a journey and not a destination. Many of us are always looking to want to get it done, on to the next one, right? But the experience, well, heck, there's only now. We are only living this infinite divine moment right now. So your destination is now. The breath of the journey is now the next step. That's okay to look for the next step. And when the completion of an experience or even a relationship or a project, it's okay to experience that as a destination. It is completed, and honoring that as such as well. Here we have the spiral weaver, Venus and Taurus sextiling Neptune, surrounded by all those beautiful roses and flowers. She is the embodiment of beauty and breath and form. This is a definition of divinity. The embodiment of beauty and breath and form. Hey, breathe the beauty of the scent of flowers as you pass them by, or just acknowledge them and say, oh, you are so beautiful. Whatever that may be, or people, whatever it is, acknowledge beauty. She is the earth star goddess, Venus. Beauty and breath woven into form. See her weaving form? The golden spirals, breath as art. Flowers and light, the spiral lands gently in the body, in your body as well. Here we have this Pluto, the spiral transformer, Pluto in Aquarius, squaring the nodes, past. See him holding the past and the past in his right hand and the future in his left hand, receiving the future, letting go of the past. Right? Left hand is receiving, right hand, that's feminine. Left hand is Right hand is masculine energy of releasing, of action. This is the breath of collective evolution, the destroyer of outdated spirals. Are we not going through that now? Hey, we can expect in this age of Aquarius that there are a lot of outdated spirals, a lot of outdated paradigms. We do not have to live them anymore. Look, acknowledge what is becoming and what you have become, who we have become. Release the decrepit, corrupt, eroded past that no longer has representation in your life. It's not relative anymore to you. It carries no charge. Let it go. Let it crumble into dust, into ash. Let it go. This is the shadowed alchemist, the breath of collective evolution. That broken spiral of past, it must be released. What must be released must be released. Let it go. Don't carry it forward. Oh man, I hated when that happened. I had this experience. When was that? Oh, well, that was like 10 years ago. What the heck? 10 years ago, what did you learn from it? Don't bring it forward so that it can corrupt your current life, bringing you more of the same. Come on, let it go. Release what must be released. The new spiral of light, the breath of transformation. This is the spiral transformer. Here's the one that came last. Sometimes they come in phases when I'm writing rituals. First 5 came and then this one came. The alchemical breath turning shadow into spiral light. He completes the wheel of embodying the phase of transmutation, where breath and intention and spiral geometry converge to dissolve the old and birth the new. That's what we want. He aligns with Pluto and Aquarius, the archetype of deep transformation through collective breath and spiral intelligence. He aligns with Mars and Leo, trining Pluto, the will to transmute through courage and creative fire. He aligns with Saturn and Sagittarius, grounding the transformation into wisdom and a long-term spiral coherence. He aligns with Venus and Taurus, squaring Pluto, the tension between comfort and the necessary transformation resolved through breath. You feel tension in your life? Could be this tension, the tension. What must be resolved through breath? This archetype is activated when you feel the breath of change, but you resist it. Remember I said about resistance? Or when you're at the edge of the collapse of a journey or a relationship, or it might be a job, or it might be an experience, that spiral collapse, or it could be a breakthrough, on the edge of a breakthrough, an aha moment. Oh yeah, I get it now. Yes, I get it. When you say that, it fills every cell of your body, and your whole beingness beyond the physical body expands out. Your whole auric field becomes filled with this breakthrough, this aha moment, this transformation, this transmutation. And you are ready to alchemize this pain into pattern or shadow, into a spiral. This is identity, how we identify these archetypes, and a practical application of them. This is where you can actually use this in your life, this information. So how do you recognize the archetype? Well, you're likely resonating with the Aries New Moon archetype if you feel a sudden urge to start something new, a new project, a new business, a journey, a new relationship, some type of change. It doesn't have to be big, life-shattering kind of thing. Maybe you want to clean the closet out or the garage. Maybe you want to do some spring cleaning. That's part of something new, especially at this time, spring. So you experience a restlessness or a sense that your current path is too small for your breath. You ever feel suffocated in a relationship or a job or just doing something and you're like, oh, I'm done with this. I'm done. I'm so done. It's like you've eaten your fill on the plate. Or you may notice impatience with old patterns, especially those that limit your expression. You feel a call to speak, declare, or write something that feels like it's coming from a deeper place. Do you ever write anything and you're like, who wrote that? Sometimes I write since I was, gosh, I don't know, like 12 years old. I would write things, draw things, and later look back at it and go, wow, where did that come from? Came from my higher self, right? My connection. You too may be called to do this or have in the past, or you may draw symbols of fire or spirals or breath movement in dreams or see them in your dreams or in your waking life. You start to notice patterns. This is how you know that you're resonating with this Aries New Moon archetype. So how do you work with this archetype then? Well, you could create a breath ritual. We just did it. 369 pattern. That's one way. If you don't feel good, you need to change the way that you're feeling at the moment, try that. Or do that as a practice for 9 days. Or you could write a declaration of your journey, a sentence that starts with, I initiate this, or I breathe this into being in my life. Or speak it aloud every morning, like a mantra. Let it be your guiding pattern for this lunar cycle, your guiding spiral for this lunar cycle. So you might want to act on the first spark. Choose one thing that you've been delaying and take the first step. Maybe you've been wanting to write a book. Maybe you've been wanting to start a business. Maybe you've been wanting to, I don't know, take a trip. Well, take the first step. You only need to take one step. Just do one thing towards it. That's what we do in coaching, is that you identify a goal and then you identify one thing you can do to get it going. That's great coaching. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Aries is about ignition, not completion. So, look, you don't have to finish it, and you don't have to know all the steps to finish it. Heck no. That is actually the 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 golden path is not knowing what that next step is, but taking the initiative, the intention to move forward on it. Because we don't always know what we don't know. We may think we know, but look, as I'm not saying don't create a master plan or stepping stones, how you want to get there, your blueprint. But know that there's so much more to you, to your essence, your soul, than what you are aware of in this body. So you can't possibly know how everything will turn out. This is really a great story. So I used to have a business. It's called Blair Promotions, and I was a promotional products distributor. And I had my beautiful, customers, and I remember, the suppliers would always send me items, right? Products, add specialty items, so that I would sell them. And so one day I got this one item in the mail, and I looked at it. I didn't ask for it. It just showed up. And I took it out of the envelope. I looked at it. I set it on my desk, and I thought, huh, That's interesting. But then I went on because I had other stuff to do, but I had set it on my desk. Then maybe it was a couple days later, but it was that week that one of my favorite customers called me and said, "Hey, do you ever see one of these things?" And showed me a picture of it. And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, 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 I'm never going to believe this, but I just got one sent to me. It's on my desk. Yeah, sure, I'll send you the pricing for it." They wanted to do it. They, placed an order. But here's the thing. This is what magic in your life, living your life in a magical way. Now, I wasn't in the place that I am now with, what I know now, but still magic happened. So the magic is that this, the infinite divine and the connection that I had with this customer, there was that connection, kind of like the archetypes that we see here, Pluto working with, Aquarius, etc., Venus, etc., the moon. So they're in conversation there, but they're in a conversation. I mean, we may not see that physically. So, but the universe or source knew that I was the path of least resistance for this item to be manifested for this customer in his life. So they sent it to me. Right, my hands are out like this. So they sent it to me. I got it a week before this guy needed it. Even before he had it, or maybe he had, maybe he was thinking about it. I don't know how long he was thinking about it. And so then he shows it to me. The path had already been created, and it was so easy because there was nothing, no resistance in the way. So this is what we're talking about in the golden journey of our spiral journey of our life. So so let this infinite divine breath guide your action and not your mind. I couldn't have thought of it. It would have been a lot harder for me to find it had I not known where it was. So you could also take this, this symbol, the sigil that you see here, and enjoy it and stare at it and meditate on it and let it remind you of what you're bringing into form. You could journal these things. So restlessness is a way to recognize these archetypes in your life right now, an urge to start something, impatience with old patterns. And so taking something like a breath ritual or a declaration or first step or first action, or something visual or journaling, that's where application comes in. Now the new moon in Aries, the breath of the monad, you would recognize this by feeling the urge to starting something new, the breath inside you, what it becomes, and then working with it with this daily breath ritual. All right, so let's move towards our this is okay, so we've got the archetypes here and practical application. So if you are resonating with this, if this is resonating with you and you want a simple way to actually work with this in your daily life, I've created a free guide for you, and it walks you through how to release stress and return to your own energy using these exact practices. So you can find this in the description below in this video. Alrighty. We have here the living script and the benefits of this pattern of archetypes. This is why this work matters, that you're working with these archetypes, because these archetypes are like keys to your own mystery. They are the lens through which you understand what motivates you. Working with the archetypes helps you to recognize patterns in yourself and others as well. They act like magnetic codes, and you attract and are attracted to certain archetypes. Maybe not all of them. Engaging with them can lead to self-discovery, empowerment, and transformation. So for this breath of the monad, you may feel a surge of life force or clarity and a readiness to begin. You may see, that's how you may feel, but you also may see new opportunities or synchronicities arising and pathways opening up for you. And the benefit here is the activation of your core purpose, your mission in life, the alignment with who you came here to be and what you came here to do. Your monad breath, your source breath, the first breath. For the spiral messenger, you may feel words and insights flowing effortlessly. You might be attracted to something, a written word, or it might be a poem or a song. What you see, it may be messages in dreams, like I said, in songs, symbols, or even in conversations. This benefit to you is enhanced communication and clarity of thought and alignment with your truth. This is what the spiral messenger brings you. The heart warrior, feeling that courage, feeling passion, and a strong sense of integrity. You may see opportunities to stand up for what you love, or others even. And this benefits you by strengthening your heart field, enlarging it in alignment with your highest values. The spiral architect, you may feel a desire to build something, structure, or to teach even. And you may see patterns or systems and frameworks emerging in your mind. The benefit to you is the grounding of your vision into practical form and alignment with wisdom. That spiral weaver, the beautimous one, Venus, you may feel connection to beauty or nature or the sensations, touch, feel, taste. You may see art or music or nature calling you to create. Cooking is a way of creating too. I like to cook. The benefit to you is integration of this beauty into your life. Remember I said embodiment is integration. And it's also alignment with the earth and the earth spiral. Earth has a journey. Earth has a spiral. Yeah. The spiral transformer, you may feel a deep inner shift or a release or a rebirth. You may see old patterns dissolving and new ones beginning to form. This is the transformation of your shadow into light and alignment with collective evolution. That's how it benefits you. We have here the story the moon speaks. So if you can, I don't know how you're listening to this or watching this video, but if you can, this is a really good storytelling time. This is a good time to just sit back, take a breath, and close your eyes maybe and listen to my voice as I tell you the story, the gathering under the dark moon. The story this moon speaks. Let me show you this in a different way. Once upon a time, under a sky filled with stars and a moon hidden in shadow, 5 beings gathered at the edge of the world. They were not ordinary. They were the archetypes of the breath spiral, each carrying a piece of the codex, the pattern, the blueprint. The breath of the monad, he was the first to arrive, a golden ram holding a spiral scroll. He spoke no words, but his breath ignited the air. He was the beginning, this breath that awakens all things. Next came the spiral messenger, the winged scribe with a quill of flame and a scroll of stars. She whispered messages from the unseen, weaving words into light. She was the voice, the one who carries the breath forward. The heart warrior then came, this lion-hearted warrior, his chest glowing with fire. He stood firm, guarding the spiral path of courage and love. He was the protector, the heart that holds the breath. An ancient sage followed, the spiral architect with a staff of geometry and a cosmic map. He traced lines in the air, building bridges between worlds. He was the builder, the mind that shapes the breath. Last came the earth goddess, that beautiful spiral weaver surrounded by spirals and flowers and light. She danced in silence, weaving breath into form and beauty. She was the creator, the womb that births the breath. Together they stood before the dark fire of the moon. They did not speak, they breathed. And in that breath, the codex blueprint, all that is was remembered. So breathing that in, we move to the breath that embodies this story. We move from understanding into experience. This practice is meant to be done in your space, maybe before a candle, just as you are, sitting with others or yourself. Together we are in circle here, across the internet, across the expanse. We gather under this dark moon. We breathe the codex into being. I invoke the archetypes. I face the east and I say, I call a breath of the monad. I face the south and I say, I call upon the spiral messenger. Facing the west, I say, I call the heart warrior. Facing the north, I say, I call the spiral architect. In the center, I call the spiral weaver. And above, I call the spiral transformer. Our breath sequence is 4-4, 8-4. 6 times. Let's do this together. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 8. Repeat 6 times, once for each archetype. So recalling the archetypes here. Even if you can't remember them, it's okay. They know who they are, they're here. And on your final exhale, we whisper together the codex, breathe through me. The sacred design breathes through me. So here we go. Inhaling now for 4 counts. Sacred design breathes through me. This is our embodiment. of this. So now let's put some movement embodiment to this. For the breath of the monad, place your hands on your chest and inhale deeply and exhale with a soft ah. Here we go. Inhaling in. Ah. For the spiral messenger, we extend our arms outward, palms up, and we whisper a message from our heart. The heart warrior, placing your fist over your heart, stomping once on the earth and saying, I stand in love. I like that one. The spiral archetype, trace the spiral in the air with your finger, just a spiral, and say, I build with breath. There we go. And for the spiral weaver, move your hands in a weaving motion. It might be like this, however you want to do it. And say, I create with light. There we have it. This is the circle of breath and a closing gesture that we have. Breathing together, feeling breath moving around you like a spiral. You bow your head slightly as you wish and say, the breath is woven. The sacred design, the codex, the pattern is alive. We have a meditation. If you wish, as I speak this meditation, and you may hear this frequency. So just close your eyes. We'll take a little repast, a moment here to enjoy beautiful music and the sound of water flowing. Closing your eyes, you relax in your chair and feel the weight of your body. Your shoulders drop. You breathe in and breathe out gently. And as you breathe, you see a golden light above you, like an orb. And it spills down upon you a waterfall of sparkly, iridescent light, water that flows, droplets like fireflies, down, down from the heavens above, over your head. It flows gently. As you feel the warmth beginning to flow over your head and down your neck, we call this the oversoul honey, your higher self honey. That sweet substance that just flows ever so gently down over your body and releasing as it, taking with it as it flows. It fills every cell in your body from the top of your head down over your face, over your shoulders, and takes with it anything that is jagged or uncomfortable or corrupt or distorted, dark, that does not feel good anymore, old. Flows down over your body, these beautiful honey, sparkling honey orbs of light flowing down like water past your heart, Oh, picking up what it will down past your belly, your solar plexus. A lot of stuff gathers there. You think it's in your heart, but a lot of stuff gathers in your solar plexus in your body. Flowing down, down it goes, filling every cell with light and the sweetness of honey. Down, down it goes over your hips, past your if you have a womb or don't have a womb, or just past your your midsection, down past your grounding chakra, the red one that connects you to the earth. Down it flows down your legs like roots flowing down past your knees, your thighs, your knees, your calves, your feet, and out the bottom of your feet into the earth. And it's as if a light has opened up. You see things in a different way. From beneath you, the earth opens up and receives all is flowing from you. All that she can transmute that which no longer serves you. Down it goes. And with it flows the beautiful honey, the beautiful higher self, oversoul honey, flowing down, down into the earth and blessing her as well. You sit for a moment here, breathing gently. And you feel as if you have received something, a gift of some sort. I know not what it is, but you do. Maybe you don't. You don't have to physically see it. Maybe it has been placed in your hands. You begin to draw your energy back up. This light begins to flow back up from the center of the earth. She smiles at you, Mother Gaia. Up and up, this energy, this waterfall of light and honey flows up through the soles of your feet, back up your legs, your shins, your thighs, back up into the center of your body. Reaches your solar plexus and swirls around a bit, up to your heart and swirls around a bit, leaving some gift of love. Up it goes to your throat, that place where you speak your truth. Spends a little time there swirling around. You see the colors, whatever the colors are. You might see blue, indigos, or whatever colors that you see here. Up it goes past your face and your third eye and out your crown, back up, and up you see it goes to the heavens and withdraws this beautiful waterfall of light. And we slowly open our eyes as we move into we have a personal ritual here. I will describe it for you. You can do this at your own pace. This is initiation through breath and spiral. The purpose of this is initiation through the breath and spiral, to awaken your inner blueprint through breath initiation and symbolic enactment. You'll want a candle, a small bowl of water. The candle could be white or gold, maybe even red. A feather or a small branch and a journal, something to write with, note paper and a pen. You see the sigil, you can just draw a spiral if you wish. Our intention in this ritual is to enact this ritual to align your breath with your original blueprint spiral, to awaken the source creatrix, creator within, and to breathe the new earth into being. You open this with a blessing, breath of my origin, spiral of my inner design. Enter this space. I open this circle in stillness and balance. Let my breath remember who I am. You have your candle. You inhale gently for 4 and exhale for 6 and repeat this 3 times, whispering, I enter the spiral. You trace the spiral in the air before you with your right hand, and you speak, the breath of my design moves through me. You inhale again. 3, 6, 9. Do this for 3 times. You breathe in for 3, hold for 6, and exhale for 9. Visualizing the spiral expanding in your chest. You move to your water blessing and dip the feather in the water, or it could be your finger. Touch it to your forehead, your heart, in your hands, and whisper, I am the breath. I am the spiral. Your invocation is the invocation of breath. Breath of my origin, spiral of my inner design. Awaken within me. Awaken within me. It is so. And you sit in silence for as long as you need, allowing this spiral to settle within you. You close this circle in coherence, in balance, ordered vibration. The breath remains and the spiral remains. I remain. You remain. We have a group practice, which we won't be doing here. We do this in our ritual, the live ritual. It's called the Codex Mirror Spiral. And we enter this with breath. And there are different phrases. We'll just cycle through this so you could see. There are different phrases that we speak, different phases. There are 4 phases here, and certain breath sequences that we do. And then we speak a phrase like we enter the spiral as one breath. Phase 2 is I am your mirror, you are mine. And through each one of these phases, we stop and we do the breath cycle. We do the gestures, whether it's hands over heart or your eyes closed, whichever it may be. And then you see what comes. This expands your resonance and your ability for intuitive receiving intuition. Expands it. It's like it expands your third eye and your heart. So this is really fun to do, really good to do in together. And then we spend time with each one of these phrases in these phases. So we move through this Codex Mirror Spiral, because we're not doing that now. And then we share, if we wish to share what happened. Many people have breakthroughs. Many people have releases. It's really fascinating. It really increases you want to increase your vibration, your coherence and resonance. This will do it. So settling in, I always ask, what is the message that all infinite divine creator and all the higher selves, the oversouls and the monads, what is the message that you would like to bring to those who come to the ritual, a live ritual, and those who come to view the video? If you've made it this far, congratulations. You could do this on your own time if you wish. But here's the message that they speak. We, the monads and oversouls of those gathered, breathe the spiral into being. We do not speak through words, they say. We speak through breath, through stillness, through spiral memory. This ceremony is not for you to perform. It is for you to remember. Remember the breath that began you. Remember the spiral that shaped you. Remember the codex, the blueprint that sacred pattern that still breathes through you. We are not above you. We are within you. And as you breathe this spiral, we breathe you. It is so. Wow. Our closing seal for this ritual. You made it this far. Congratulations again. Our closing seal is the breath of the monad, the spiral of the codex. We have remembered, we have breathed, we have become. Let this spiral remain in stillness. Let this breath remain in coherence, and let this codex remain in us. This circle is not closed. The breath remains. And you can speak these words that are on your screen if you see them. I am the breath that spirals. I am the mirror that remembers. I am the stillness that completes the circle. In this breath, I seal the codex. In this silence, I receive the spiral. And in this moment, I am whole. So it is. We have a blessing breath. This is the final breath of the ceremony, a shared exhale, only one time, that seals the spiral. It's kind of a long one, though. You breathe in for 6 counts, and you exhale with a soft hum for 12. So it's like you breathe in and you go, You can hum, however you want to do it, and whispering the breath remains as you do so. So here we go. One last breath together, inhaling for 6. The spiral is sealed. The breath is now memory. Many times in ritual, I didn't ask for it. Look, I'm not a singer. I'm not a performer. Uh, but songs come. I guess you could say well, think about it. What do churches do? They sing a lot of songs. Now, why do they sing songs? Because songs help you to embody the essence or the vibration of that which they're imparting the information to you. And so I asked what song would come. This one was a little bit different because it's kind of a call and repeat sort of a thing. And so uh so let's just go for it here. We enter the spiral as one breath, as one breath, as one breath. I am your mirror, you are mine, you are mine, you are mine. The source breathes through us and through us. As we trace the spiral in the air. The spiral is sealed. The breath is now memory. The breath remains. That was a short song. So, if this has helped you today, and if you want to continue this practice, I created a simple guide for you to help you come back into your own energy anytime. And you'll find this in the description below. We have our upcoming events. We have the live resonance full moon ritual ceremony, Sunday, April 26th, 10 a.m. As well, we have the resonance new moon ritual ceremony coming up May 10th. This is at 10 a.m. And our next for the summer solstice, we have our Summer Sacred Seasonal Energies event that is Saturday, June 20th. Don't miss it. These are really awesome. And I'm sure that you will enjoy it. So if this experience has supported you, and if you like guidance in your life, I offer one-on-one coaching as well as moon readings, where we look at your birth chart and what's unfolding for you. This is work that I've been immersed in for many years, both in coaching and in sacred temple practice. If that feels aligned, you can find more in the description below in our video description. And we are complete. Blessings to you. See you next time.